Yo, what's good, my 1v1 me fam? Your boy, your Uncle HK is back again with another video today. And look, in today's video, you already know, I wanted to make some kind of different. All right, I wanted to make some for like my average 2K player, my competitive 2K player on the outside looking in, wanting to know how they can become a partner for like the 2v2 mod player league, or maybe some steps they might need to take for any of the other leagues throughout the 1v1 me app. I got one new partner. I got Lark. He just came in for season 0.5. Then I got somebody like Blicks, who's been a partner for like over a year, maybe almost 2 years now. So I got a vet and a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna give you their path to partner, what it took for them to become a partner. If you're very intrigued on becoming a 1v1 me partner and you want to know what steps you need to take. Appreciate and love y'all, man. Hey, let's get into this video. All right, we are here with Lark. Yo, my boy Lark is new to season 0.5. He is the rookie of this season. He's one of the 3 rookies of this season. What do you think it takes to become a 1v1 me partner?
I think you gotta be somewhat of a content creator at least. Or like, if you don't have the content side, then you gotta be real good at the game and be competitive. Like be able to compete with like one of the best players or something like that. And then you gotta be reliable. That's the key word, the most important word. Like you gotta be reliable. They gotta be somebody you can trust. Like you can't go in a company and nobody can trust you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the main words.
We throw you a little curveball. When you became a partner, what was it like for you? Like what was your first like reaction? Like when you got with Grant, he's like, you are a 1v1 me partner now.
I ain't gonna lie, I was happy like during the call, like I kind of text my pops. I was like, oh snap, I'm becoming a partner right now. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was happy when I became a partner and all that. Like, and then Grant was cool too, so it's like him like welcoming, like he was very welcoming. Like I fuck with Grant heavy. I haven't really got to meet Ant yet or anybody else, but Grant, like, that's one of the people like I'm really cool with. Like he really welcoming. He answered whatever question I got. Like I fucking Grant heavy.
Okay.
So yeah, I liked it.
Now, what was it like your path to becoming partner? Like what do you feel like you had to do? Like what was your path? Like how did you?
Okay, so at first I thought I just had to be competitive or whatever. But then that wasn't working. Like I don't know, like people was getting picked over me and all that. So then I started just engaging with everybody. I started being in the chat, I started supporting everybody, like just being there. And then when I was on the 1v1 me thing, I never was late to a match, showed up to every match. And then it's like you just gotta be there. Like you gotta be in everybody's presence. Like you just can't disappear out of nowhere.
So put yourself in that spotlight, whether it's being in the chats, when the 1v1 me, you know, matches is going on, being in the other partners chats, basically what you're saying. Like
yeah, you gotta be engaged, and then you gotta like competitive, just winning wagers and all that. That ain't nothing. But when you like an attorney with partners too, and you win that tourney, I know your whole like demeanor, like your whole player is just being shown from right there, because now they can see that you can be partners and all that. And then that was another thing too, when I won like 2-3 tourneys.
Okay.
I feel like that helped. I feel like that helped a lot.
Okay. Now, what steps do you think somebody should take right now to become partner? Because like a lot of people saying it's harder now to become partner and this and that. And they be like, how do I become a partner? Like, you know, so what steps would you give somebody new outside looking in, wanting to join the 2v2 my player league to become a partner?
Okay, first step, I think I got like 3-4. First step would be grind the game, man. Grind whatever you're trying to get partnered in. Soccer, FIFA. Madden, NBA, whatever you're trying to get better in, you gotta grind it real hard, like, because you gotta be competitive, you gotta be good at the game. You can't just be a scrub or anything. Like they're not gonna let you in, bro. You gotta be good at the game. Second, I'll say be reliable, be dependent. Like if you got a job, make 1v1 me your priority, because if you come in here thinking you can call off 1v1 me to go to your real job, that's not the case. 1v1 me has to be number 1 for sure. And then number 3, do content. Like every 1v1 match, it ain't gotta be everyone, but most of them. Like make a YouTube video out of it. Or while you coming towards it, like coming towards 1v1 me, let's just say you play attorney or do anything and recording, regardless to like your game, make a video towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do something. Be productive. Every day be productive, so you can make it to 1v1 me or whatever you want to do. Be productive to anything.
Okay. All right, man. Thank you, Larky. You know, that was Lark's path to partner. What you should do, how you felt joining it. He's one of our, new partners. Came in this season right now, season 0.5. Hey, I appreciate you, man. All right, y'all. We have Blicks here, man. I know y'all been seeing Blicks a lot, man. Blicks, my first question is, do you remember how it felt like when you first became a partner? Like what that feeling was for you, like when you got partnered?
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, I was ecstatic, man. I was very excited. I was happy. I felt a sense of relief, but then I also felt another sense of anxiousness and urgency because I feel like I really had to perform now.
Okay.
Now it's my team, stuff like that.
All right, now my next question is, what do you think it takes to become a 1v1 partner? Because it's probably different from when you first got into last year and then now with seasons. What do you think it takes to become a 1v1 partner right now?
Yeah, so as the app grows, they're gonna continue to want people who grow with them. So back then, it was just play, and get partnered. Play and perform with teammates. You could even play the mini wagers and hit level 5 and get partnered back then. They don't even have mini wagers on the app anymore. So they really want players who I would say are like, one, the skill. If you want to compete for people's money, for stakers' money, you got to be one of the most skillful in the world. So that's the main focus. Second, you got to go that extra mile. You don't have to be the best at being a YouTuber or the best streamer, but you got to at least show them that you want to stream or want to do YouTube. I would say, post a video every 3 days. Make sure you're streaming while you're playing 2K. Just simple stuff like that. They want people that they can see growth in. They don't want stagnant people. They don't want that. We don't need that here. We need players and people who are going to perform on the court and off the court. Also, something else that I know is going to be a big thing they look for is reliability. We don't want people missing matches or causing problems. So just a cool, calm, collected person. Make sure your character is up to par.
Okay. So my next question was, you kind of answered a lot, with that answer. But my next question was, what was your path to partner like for you? What was your path to partner like, man?
I went through hell, man. I went through hell to get here. I started off, I was just chilling, and my guy Stage Piece, I got much love for him because him and someone else I'm gonna talk about are the reason I'm here. So I started off, I was just chilling, and I was pretty good at 2K24. So Stage Piece hit me up and was like, yo, run this wager with me. Now I thought he just had his own wager that we could do. I could put my own money up, and he's like, nah, it's 1v1 me. I knew about 1v1 me at the time because I was playing the mini wagers. I was playing park mini wagers. I was like, what you mean? I was like, okay, invite me. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you're gonna be on my team. You gotta do your face recognition and all this stuff and check in. So I'm like, oh, okay, so you're a partner. And I played with Stage for a long time until I got partner. I would say about 3 months. And he was one of the worst centers on the game. I would have to go through hell on the court and off the court meaning the stakers, because I wasn't really used to people calling me ass all the time or saying they'll do this and do that. I had to really adjust to that as time went on, but I got adjusted to it. And then Uzi hit me up and was like, yo, let's run too, because you could run with more than one person at the time. And Uzi was a little bit better in Stage, but he was still pretty bad. But I fought through. When I got partnered, I think I had about 40 wagers played, and I think I had about a almost even record. And yeah, so it was hard to play with them because I knew if I had a certain teammate I would win. And as the history is, we go back and look at the history, I had the longest win streak in my player history. So
what was that what was that win streak for some people who don't know?
Pretty sure it was a 16.
Okay.
On a 16 game streak over all the game modes, 1s, 2s, and 3s combined. So once I did that, man, it kind of cemented me here. I also hit $1 million earned for stakers. So it's coming in though without even knowing that I would be doing that. It was a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure when I became a partner. There was a lot of pressure on me because I just had to really show stakers and my peers around me that I could really compete at the highest level at all times.
Okay. Last question. Right now, I mean, you kind of gave me the answer, but if you wanted to add anything to it, the last question was, what steps should someone do outside looking in if they want to become a partner in this league, or if you even have for other leagues? What should they do to become a part of the 1v1 fam, become a partner? It was specifically for this league, but if you have some insight for other leagues, you can go.
Yeah, I mean, for this league, bro, it really goes for all leagues. They have a standard policy well, we really have like a standard policy to look for. One is going to be your skill, like I said. We don't want people who are average at the game, because at the end of the day, you're playing for people's money. So it's like betting, it's like staking on the NBA. The NBA are the best of the best at what they do. It's like staking on NFL. The NFL players are the best of the best. So we want the best of the best. Now, also, if you're not the best of the best, but you have other aspects to you, like great content that can reel you in too. You know, because at a point in time, you can easily get better at the video game. You know what I'm saying? You can't be completely ass at the game with a big following, but you can be a somewhat mediocre player that we know has great potential and get in. Also,
so how would somebody showcase that potential? What would they do in getting this league?
You see,
some people
tournaments.
Some people think they can't. There's like no way to showcase it. You know, so that's
yeah. It's very strict now because there is no more partners and teammates. It's partners and partners. So that's where the showcasing was happening a lot for people like Drew, Takeover, KC, Papa Snagger. They were really showcasing it with their teammates, but now it's kind of harder. So what I would suggest is playing in these tournaments that get hosted every other day. Meterman, Los, and Paris, Sierra from 2K. You know, like Ant, he watches those. He ups the pot sometimes. Grant watches those. Grant's really around. He does his own thing now. They're really looking. They're really scouting. Also, my guy Ty's like the 2K admin for us. He knows more 2K, in my opinion, than more of the other admins. Not saying they don't know. He's just really invested. He's ran a Pro-Am league before. So Ty's always looking around, surfing, trying to find a hidden talent, because at the end of the day, there's people who don't have the greatest content and don't get seen, and they're really good at the game. So I would suggest, you know, just getting out there, playing where you can be seen. Because regardless if Ant, Grant, Ty don't see it, or Kirk don't see it, we see it as players, and we give positive feedback on players because they ask us, yo, who should we bring in? Yo, is this guy good? Yo, does this guy do this? How's this guy's attitude? Blah blah, like this and that. I would just say get really involved. You know, come through the 1v1 streams. Make sure they know who you are. Make sure they remember your name. You know, yo, I'm this, that, and the third. I play this. I do this. I do that. You know, I just want to let you guys know that I'm looking forward to joining the league. I'm gonna hit you guys up on Twitter. Blah blah blah. One day it just might be your luck. They hit you up on Twitter and ask for your resume, and there you go, boom, you just like that. But they wouldn't do that if they didn't remember you from the Twitch chat, or they didn't remember, yo, he playing that tourney and Streaky told me he was a dog. Let me hit him up, see how he's feeling. I would say really just be involved. Try to be a face. Try to be seen by as many people as possible.
All right, man. Hey, man, Blicks, I appreciate you. You gave us everything we needed.
Good.
Lark gave us everything we needed. I appreciate you, man.